often tell our story about how we climbed the ladder, and a lot of you younger women don't think you have to, it's been done. It's not done, and you have to help. Hillary Clinton will always be there for you, and just remember, there's a special place in hell for women who don't help each other.
Hillary Clinton right now is running for president as an advocate of women and girls, but there is another shocking side to her story that has been carefully covered until now. This stunning expose reveals for the first time how Bill and Hillary Clinton systematically abused women and others sexually, physically, psychologically, in their scramble for power and wealth.
Jennifer Flowers, in a tabloid interview for which she was paid, says she carried on a long-term affair with Governor Clinton from the late 1970s through the end of 1989.
I felt about all of these women that, you know, they've just been minding their own business and they got hit by a meteor. I mean, it was no fault of their own. We reached out to them. I met with two of them to reassure them they were friends of ours. I felt terrible about what was happening to them. You know, Bill talked to this woman every time she called, distraught, saying her life was going to be ruined. And, you know, he'd get off the phone and tell me that she said sort of wacky things.
Monica Lewinsky. Did you call her a narcissistic Looney Tune?
I am not going to comment on what I did or did not say back in the late 90s.
Those words surfaced recently in notes from years ago written down by her late friend, Diane Blair. For her part, Lewinsky writes that her life was overwhelmed by ridicule.
She has said she has lived all of these years as a punchline.
16 years ago, fresh out of college, a 22-year-old intern in the White House, and more than averagely romantic, I fell in love with my boss in a 22-year-old sort of way. Back then, in 1995, we started an affair that lasted on and off for 2 years. And at that time, it was my everything. Overnight, I went from being a completely private figure to a publicly humiliated one.
Category tonight, possible first lines for Monica Lewinsky's new book. You all know the drill. We've been through this before. Number 10. Even as a baby, my parents noticed I had an unusual attachment to my pacifier. Number 9. Give me all your hot intern love, said the big creep. Number 8. It was a dark and windowless corridor. Number 7. Dear Penthouse, I never thought I'd be writing one of these letters. Number 6. I knew someday I'd go down in history. Number 5. Hate Linda Tripp. Number 4, does this font make me look fat? Number 3, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. No, it was mostly bad. Number 2, by the time you read this, I'll be on to my next president. And the number 1 possible first line for Monica Lewinsky's new book, Me and My Big Mouth.
When I ask myself how best to describe how the last 16 years has felt, I always come back to that word, shame. I lost my reputation. I was publicly identified as someone I didn't recognize, and I lost my sense of self. Lost it. Or had it stolen, because in a way it was a form of identity theft. Today, I think of myself as someone who the hell knows how, survived. Believe me, denial can be pretty useful still.
Prepared tonight to say that you've never had an extramarital affair?
I'm not prepared tonight to say that any married couple should ever discuss that with anyone but themselves.
Did you know that Bill Clinton had a black child that Hillary has kept from him all these years? And then when Bill goes around raping and pillaging, she threatens the women. She threatens the women instead of threatening her low-down husband.
As you know, in a deposition in January, I was asked questions about my relationship with Monica Lewinsky. While my answers were legally accurate, I did not volunteer information. Indeed, I did have a relationship with Miss Lewinsky that was not appropriate.
You know, I'm not sitting here as some little woman standing by my man like Tammy Wynette. I'm sitting here because I love him, and I respect him, and I honor what he's been through and what we've been through together.
Just remember, there's a special place in hell for women who don't help each other.